Tuning our guitar is so important. We must do it every time we pick up the guitar before we play it, because our guitar does not stay in tune if we just leave it. The reason for this is you may have it in your case and it may get bumped and it may get knocked. Sometimes it can just change on its own. These strings are made of plastic or metal, and what happens in the heat and the cold, they stretch and they stretch out again and they stretch in, and this is why we have to tune every time we play. To tune the guitar, we use something called a tuner. Not the fish, one of these, and it clips on. This is what we call a chromatic tuner, and you can use it to tune most instruments. These ones clip onto the end of the headstock. You may have one, and if you don't have one, I would really suggest getting one. You can get some on your smartphone, but I just like these because you don't remember what we said about practicing earlier? I leave my phone outside the room when I'm practicing, so it's quite nice to actually just play, with this tuner, and it can be done. So we're going to use a tuner which is on the screen. It works in exactly the same way, but you will be able to see exactly how I'm tuning the guitar. The very important thing to remember is if you want the string to go up, then you need to tighten it, because as you tighten the string, as you pull it more, it rises up in pitch. And if you want it to go lower, you have to loosen it. Okay. Now, remember the names of the strings. E, A, D, G, B, E. What we have on the screen is we have a gauge. We have a note in the middle, a note on the left, and then a note on the right. We are trying to get the note exactly right. Now, in the musical alphabet, we follow the letters A to G. And there are these things called accidentals, which are sharps or flats, which you haven't really seen just yet. But first of all, we have to rough tune the guitar. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the string which is closest to the floor, and we'll try and do it together. So you can see this one says D sharp, or D4 sharp, really, that's the full name for it. If you look on the right hand side, can you see the E? Sorry, this side, on the right hand side, this is the E note. We need to get it there. We have to go up from D. If you think about E in the alphabet after D, we have to go up. So I'm going to twist this one. This is the tuning peg for E. And how do I know it's that one? Well, all I do, put my finger on here and go all the way to the left. And this gives me the machine head for the E string. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it until, and keep going until it gets into the green. And I'm just going to leave it just like that. Now, if you noticed, what I did was steady, regular plays of the note. Because the tuner that you're looking at on the screen, that is listening for the string. It's no good just playing the string once and then letting it stop and then turning it. We have to be turning it while we play the string. That's very important. You only turn the tuning peg while that string is making a sound. So we've done the E string. Let's do the next one, which is B. So it's the next one towards you. And this one again. So we're currently on A sharp. We're trying to get to the B. We have to go up in pitch. So I'm going to tighten it. So it's this one. I follow it all the way down. And remember what we said. Only turn it when we can hear the string making noise. Here we go. And you can see I keep turning until I get to there. Perfect. Now the next one is, what is it again? So it's elephants and donkeys grow. Now this one isn't too far off. You can see it says it's G. What we need to do is get the arrow to the green in the middle. So again, it needs to go up, I'm going to tighten it. And you can tell if you're going the wrong way because the arrow will go the wrong way. Cool. Now the next one is a D. Now currently, this is saying D sharp. So what I do is I keep playing it and I find the machine head for a D. Now I'm loosening it now. Here we go. And now it says D in the middle. Now the next one we're going to do is A. Now this one's G sharp. We're looking for A, so you can see on the tuner that we need to go up. So I'm going to twist it away from me while I'm playing, and we're going to get to the A. The final one is the note E, and actually that doesn't sound too far off. I'm going to twist it away from me until I get there. Okay, now we have roughly tuned the strings. It's not perfect yet. What we have to go back through is fine tuning. Now you've probably heard that phrase before, fine tuning. That's when you tweak the little details. This is where it comes from, fine tuning. So if I play the E string now, that's still good. I'm gonna just twist that. There you go, that's lovely. Next one. Trying to get it as close to the middle. It will never stay exactly because of the, the notes do move. It's music after all. But we're trying to get it as close to the middle as possible. And I'm turning it so slowly, it's barely moving now. So that needs to come down a bit. Now it needs to go up. Lovely, and I think this is good. So we are all in tune. Now that process is the same for any guitar. That's just what we do. Sometimes we would use different tunings, but the standard tuning that we are using is Elephants and Donkeys Grow Big Ears. E, A, D, G, B, and E.